Hi there, this is Joe Delbridge. I represent the Al-Sawalim company. And today we have the privilege of speaking with Joseflores, who is a serial entrepreneur and founder and CEO of ShipEdge, which is an amazing platform, a piece of software that helps third-party shipping companies to provide an alternative to Amazon, in a sense. So it's quite a big undertaking. It also helps e-commerce companies. And I'll let Jose talk more about that later on. So Jose, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Wonderful, wonderful. So obviously you're a serial entrepreneur. You found some great success in your previous endeavors, as well as this one is taking off very well. And you know, I've often talked to some other entrepreneurs who have said that they knew very early on that this is something that they wanted to do. Do you find the same thing yourself? Did you want to be an entrepreneur early on in life?
Yes, definitely. Since I was little, I always thought about making a difference in the world, and I always thought as myself creating something bigger than myself. So in that way, I would have done it inside a company, but I did not get the chance to do it. So I had to do it in my own company, basically, and that's what drove me.
Gotcha. So you started off, you working for other people at first then?
Yes, I started working for a large corporation, worldwide corporation. They made me travel a lot, which was nice, and it was sort of an easier life. But when you have that inner desire of creating something bigger than yourself, that takes precedence, and I don't have any regrets.
Gotcha. So I know at the Al-Sawalim company, one of the big things that we focus on is helping young entrepreneurs find their meaning behind just making money. You know, what's the meaning behind what they're doing? Because that often easier life. I'm assuming you mean easier than being an entrepreneur.
Yes, being an entrepreneur is a way of life. It's a commitment. It's a serious decision. There's a lot of challenges. I like the saying from San Francisco of Assisi, who said, start doing what's necessary and then do what's possible, and pretty soon you will be doing the impossible. So that's kind of what I follow always. I just do what's necessary, a little bit at a time. And then when things start happening, I realize I can do more, so I do what's possible. And then when I look back at what one can accomplish, it's usually beyond my expectations. Not my goals, but my expectations.
Interesting. So there's a difference between expectations and goals, you would say, for entrepreneurs?
Yes. So I would say that a goal is something that you target, and it's very high. The other saying is shoot for the moon and enjoy the ride. So you set up a target that is very, very high. And I don't think any entrepreneur achieves all his goals. But then when they realize what they've achieved, they're surprised, and that's the difference.
Oh, that's nice. So go back to your earlier days. You first started as an entrepreneur. Were you successful right away? Did you experience any failures? Tell us about your early days as a startup.
So one of the first businesses I did was selling camera accessories in eBay. And it was a great experience. It took some preparing. Obviously, we had to leverage of all the opportunities were given. In this case, I had a great provider of products, and then I had, it was easy for me to deal with computers and get on the internet and basic HTML early on. So that's what I did. I started my own website, and then I started selling on eBay. Quickly became a power seller back then, it was called. And it was fun. It was kind of a wild west, though, because no one was, there were no big businesses. They were all small, and we were all competing to each other, and in a friendly way. But it was fun. It was fun.
Nice. So the early business was a success.
I would say so, especially because I learned a lot. I don't think there's any business that, even if the business fails, I don't think you can call it a failure, because you grow out of it. And so there's no failures with entrepreneurship, I wouldn't think.
Into what you're doing now, and you want to talk a little bit about what you're doing now?
Sure. So again, leveraging the experience I had with camera accessories and e-commerce sales and all that, I realized that a lot of people needed more. One of the key components of the success was logistics, and the other key component was automation. So in order to grow or scale a business of e-commerce, at least, you needed to include a lot of automation. So early on, we started doing tools, and then I launched a warehouse because we were able to provide a service that was definitely needed, not only by my company at that time, but by other companies. So when I prepared the software, in that case, for that company, I was thinking, number one, our company as the first client. And since I was doing it for our company, we're doing it for other companies as well. So that's how ShipEdge was born. Then that business, the warehousing business, was sold, and we kept the software, and now we're launching this software, and we're getting incredible response from the market. Even though the software was started over 7 years ago, I think it's the best software today. We're in a great position because we find that competitors don't have a lot of the features that we have. I thought that in 7 years, software would change so much that you would need a new set of software. But in reality, that we never stopped growing this software, and today it's become a leader. So it's easy for people to like. Our prices are very affordable to compare to the competition, and we are kind of disrupting the market in terms of warehouse management systems for e-commerce.
Okay, great. So a lot of the people that the Al-Sawalim company are helping, again, young entrepreneurs, some seasoned people as well are involved. But, a lot of the time younger people coming up and wanting to start their own thing face the biggest amount of obstacles, I think, from people that are actually closest to them, strangely enough. Did you ever have any was your support system 100% from the beginning, or were there times where maybe people gave you advice that you maybe shouldn't have listened to? I'm glad you didn't. Can you expand on that at all?
Yes. So everybody wants the best for you. And when they give you advice, they're using their own experience to give you that advice. But the walk of life for everybody is different. And the tools that everyone has are different. The times are different. So support system is great. But at the end of the day, it's you trying to achieve your dream. And that's all it matters.
It's an amazing answer. That's fantastic. Yeah. Well, that's great. So, so if you were to give one last piece of advice to all of our followers, something that is a must for someone just getting started in business, what's the one thing that you would say that you could leave with them?
I would say perseverance would be the word. Maybe leverage. I use that word a couple of times too. So I would say use your leverage and persevere until you succeed.
Incredible. Okay, thank you so much, Jose, for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we appreciate it.
Good luck with this project.
Thank you very much. On behalf of the Al-Sawalim company, again, thank you, and have a wonderful day.